You upload your book to Amazon. Weeks go by waiting for that first sale, and then nothing. Now, if this scenario feels painfully familiar, the problem might be hiding in your keywords. Now, keywords are what make your book discoverable in the Amazon store, and if your book is undiscoverable, then it's also unsellable. Now, in today's video, I'm talking about 5 deadly keyword mistakes that could be tanking your book sales. And stick around till the end, because I'm going to share the one keyword tweak that instantly turned my dead book listings into book sales. Now, number 1 is using banned keywords, because Amazon KDP does actually call out specific keywords that you are not to use when you're entering yours on the back end. The first one of those is quality claims. So you can never use a word like best or bestseller. It also includes time-sensitive words. So you can't say things like new, on sale, or available now. You can't talk about any Amazon program names, so you can't say Kindle Unlimited or KDP Select. You can't use the word book, and probably most importantly, you can't use any sort of misrepresentation. This is one that's going to get you in the most hot water. So this is when you use other authors' names, other brand names, other book names, essentially trying to piggyback on another author or brand or book's success. Amazon takes misrepresentation very seriously, so be sure to never use any of those words in your keywords. Now, the next no-no is to use repeating keywords. Now, Amazon doesn't have any rules against this, but it's just something that's not going to work in your best interest if it's something that you're doing. So for example, Amazon is already looking at your title and subtitle for keywords. So if you've got a keyword in your title or your subtitle, there's absolutely no reason to repeat that same keyword in one of your 7 keyword slots. Doubling up your keyword down there is not going to somehow magically reinforce the strength of those keywords. Essentially, you're just wasting valuable real estate when you could be allotting that keyword slot to a completely different keyword. So if your book title is Gratitude Journal for Women, there's no reason to use the words gratitude or journal in any of your 7 keyword slots. Now, you also don't need to repeat keywords across keyword slots or within the same keyword slot. Now, whether it's your title, your subtitle, or your 7 keyword slots, if you've got a keyword anywhere, you do not need to repeat that in any other location. Instead, try to get as many different, completely separate keywords as you possibly can into those spots. The number 3 mistake is targeting extremely competitive keywords. And the one way we might inadvertently be doing this is by just using keywords that are too broad. And the keywords that are too broad are usually really short keywords. We really want to be going for those longer tail keywords. So for example, if you were just to use the keyword planner, that is just way too broad. Instead, you might want to use a longer tail keyword like fitness planner for busy moms. That's much narrower, much more targeted, and it's going to help Amazon to get that fitness planner for moms into the right hands. Think of how many types of planners exist on Amazon. If you're not being as narrow as you possibly can with your keywords, Amazon really will have no idea who to serve up your particular book to. But of course, you can't just be making up these long tail keywords in your head, and that's what brings us to mistake number 4, which is using unvalidated keywords. The whole point of the keyword is to actually enter a real word or phrase that a real person is typing into Amazon's search bar when they're looking for a book like yours. So if you wanted to use the keyword fitness planner for busy moms, you want to make sure that there are real human beings entering that specific keyword into Amazon's search bar. Now, you can validate this to a certain extent just by using Amazon alone. If you start typing in your keyword into Amazon's search bar and you see that keyword appear in the drop-down menu, that means that a real person has searched for that exact keyword. That's a really good sign. And of course, there are some other free and paid tools that will make the process even simpler. There's free tools like AMZ Suggestion Expander. There is Self-Publishing Titans. They have a couple of great Chrome extensions that you can use. And then of course, my personal favorite is Publisher Rocket. I can type any keyword phrase into Publisher Rocket, and that's going to tell me not only whether that is a real keyword that real people are searching for, but it's going to show me data like how many estimated searches per month are happening, because that's another big part of the equation. It's no good if only 1 or 2 people are searching for that keyword. That's probably not going to net me very many book sales. But if I enter a keyword into Publisher Rocket and it's telling me that 3,000 people a month are searching for that specific term, then I know I'm onto something. Okay, let's move on to the final mistake that so many people make. This is the one that when I addressed this one thing, it turned about 10 of my dead books into books that started making recurring monthly sales. But before we get there, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a like. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, that way you'll be notified next time I put one of these videos out. I also want to invite you to my live Publish and Profit Masterclass. In this masterclass, I'm going to teach you how you can start generating passive income every single month from your low content books. I've left a link to the waitlist down in the description below. Go ahead, register for that, and I will let you know once I've got the day and time sorted out. Okay, so on to the final mistake, and that is not filling out your keyword slots. Now, I'm not just talking about making sure that you don't have any of those 7 keyword spots completely blank. I'm talking about making sure that you make use of every single character in every single one of the slots. If you've got a keyword slot and you've got your, even if it's a long tail keyword in there and you've still got half a slot left, put additional keywords in the back end of all of those slots. It doesn't even matter if the first part of your keyword slot has a long tail keyword, the second part of that keyword slot has another long tail keyword, and those 2 keywords really don't seem to have anything to do with one another. That's perfectly okay. Amazon is just going to crawl through each one of those slots and it's just going to pick up every single keyword that you've put in there. So if you've got a long list of keywords, try and make use of every single one of them. Usually when I'm filling out keyword slots, there's really only like 2 or 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 characters left in every single one of those slots. And the only reason that there's any of those characters left at all is because there's just no more words that are only that many characters left to put in there. But when Amazon's crawling through your keywords, it's just going to crawl through and look for as many keywords as it possibly can in those slots. But the caveat here, of course, is that they have to be relevant keywords. They have to be real keywords that a real person would actually type into Amazon when looking for a book like yours. But you don't want to waste any of that real estate. And as I said, when I did that on a group of probably about 10 different books, I didn't do anything except fill up the remaining space of those keywords. And like I said, they were books that hadn't made sales in months, and then they all started to sell again. Now, did any of those books turn into bestsellers? No, they did not. But if each one of those is making an extra 3, 4, or 5 sales a month, well, then that all adds up. And just from a data and experimentation point of view, I could see that, oh, this really works. So I'm gonna do this now moving forward with all of my other books. So now that you know the keyword mistakes to avoid so that your book is gonna become discoverable on Amazon, you're gonna wanna learn how to get reviews for those books fast and in an ethical way. And that's what we're gonna be talking about next week. So do subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified when that video drops. In the meantime, if you want to see some examples of some really big money, low content books that are killing it right now, and I'm talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a month, then check out this video next, 3 big money, low content books you never thought to create. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week.